Well, okay, this is going to be bouncy because I'm driving in the car on the 5. Oh, this is like group insanity, you know. Going 15 miles an hour. I guess it's not too bad. 15 miles in an hour. Awesome. Anyway, you know, there's so much crap going on. I don't even know where to start. We got the Comey testimony, which is basically proving that he's a wimp, that he should have gone after Hillary, and the things that she was doing with the Clinton Foundation and the illegal server. And they didn't do that because Loretta Lynch had a meeting with Bill Clinton, and then she came to Comey and said, let's back off on this and just call it a matter and not an investigation. So that is pretty bad stuff. I think that's illegal, isn't it? Isn't that what they call illegal activities? I don't know. Update on speed. I'm now going 8 miles an hour, so things are looking up. You know, this state needs mass transit in a big way. We've got these little clunk cars, you know, that go about as fast as you can walk. We need high-speed rail here. This is insane. I mean, think of when I was in the High-Speed Rail Association. We go around and give talks to different congressmen and senators and decision makers and unions, companies, to talk to them about the advantages of high-speed rail. And the problem with the government is they look at how much it costs and how much can they sell a ticket for, which is very rudimentary. It's a very stupid way to look at it, because the big benefit is not that. The big benefit is how to improve the efficiency of human beings, of Californians. Imagine all of the wasted fuel of all the cars putting along, you know. Oh, I'm going 17 now. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm stopping. Okay. Anyway, this is called group insanity. We don't really have a choice, unfortunately. But anyway, what you have to look at is how to improve the efficiency of human beings, how to eliminate or reduce the fuel consumption of all these millions of cars sitting on the highways every day, wasting millions of gallons of fuel. And the other thing to consider is hours. Imagine all the millions of hours that people waste sitting on the highway, commuting from work to home or from home to work, day after day after day. It's really mind-boggling. It really, really is. So we need to start looking at high-speed rail. You could build a system right down the middle of the 5, you know, and you could get rid of half of the cars. Not get rid of them, but keep them in a garage somewhere. It makes total sense. You know, look at Europe. You know, they've figured it out. You know, you can charge for seats and you know, charge for riding high-speed rail, you know, and it may or may not completely pay for it, probably won't. But the improvements to the economy greatly outweigh the costs of the system. Now, I'd like to see maglev, actually. Now, that would be a system to have. I've been to China. I've ridden on the maglev train. And why do the Chinese have maglev and we don't? Okay, they didn't invent the technology. They bought it from Germany. But nevertheless, they've got rail from the Shanghai airport to the convention center. They're also looking at building, they may have actually started building a system to Beijing from Shanghai. You know, it's really sad. It's really sad. The government, the United States governments, state governments, federal governments have their heads so deep up their ass that their eyes are brown. Okay? I don't know how else to put it, in a way that's not so crass. Next thing is WikiLeaks. Julian Assange is a hero. He is someone that has done the world a service by releasing the documents that he got from Chelsea Manning, showing the criminality that was going on in Iraq, showing that we're firing on innocent civilians unarmed, showing evidence that we are committing war crimes, showing evidence that what's going on in Guantanamo. The whole thing is disgusting. It's war crimes. These people were hung in Nuremberg for this kind of stuff. And what are we doing? We're doing nothing. We're quibbling about, oh, did Russia interfere in our election or not? Oh my God, isn't that horrible? You know, Hillary spent $1.2 billion on the election. Trump spent half of that and beat her. You know, WikiLeaks has done a great service to this country by revealing the criminality of what's been going on with the Democratic Party, with many other things. Julian Assange is held up in Ecuadorian embassy. He has political asylum there. The federal government finally thinks they have a way to get him, to indict him, by saying that he colluded with Chelsea Manning and told Chelsea Manning how to retrieve these classified data so they could publish it. And that is illegal. But it's highly unlikely that happened. You know, Julian Assange is not an idiot. You know, these guys know what's going on, and that is something that they just would not do. The investigation into that angle, you know, they're censoring his book. They are committing crimes by surveilling American population, the NSA, the CIA, tapping into everything. They can take control of your television set, even if it's turned off. They can turn it on, turn the camera on, and or the microphone. Now, if it has a camera, which it probably doesn't, they can turn the microphone on and listen to your conversation. These revelations are important for the American people to see what's really going on, and what our federal government is up to. And it's about time. You know, whistleblowers are being indicted. Chelsea Manning was sentenced to 35 years in prison. We have become an authoritarian state. This is becoming a fascist country, and it's pretty scary, really. Let's see how long YouTube lasts. They're gonna try and pull the plug on that. I bet you. I bet. But we have to fight that. We need to fight. We need to give your congressmen and senators hell. You know, call. Go to the town meetings. You know, write letters even. Apparently letter writing is still considered a good way to communicate. Email is good too. But personal appearance, personally speaking with their aides, because it's very difficult to get access to actual to your congressmen or senators. They have the gatekeepers. The next thing that we need to deal with is the Syrian situation, Saudi Arabia. How in the hell are we such good friends and allies with Saudi Arabia? I mean, explain that to me. Can somebody explain that? That is the worst regime, the worst human rights. They were involved with 9/11. They have financed terrorism worse than any other country. And we're selling them over $100 billion worth of armaments, weaponry, jets, bombs. Yes, let's sell it to somebody got to Trump. Somebody got to him because he wanted to fight ISIS. Well, who sponsors ISIS? Saudi Arabia. Who funds them? Saudi Arabia. Okay? Who helps them sell their oil? Saudi Arabia. Okay? These are facts. And for them, for Trump and the federal government, military, to say that Iran sponsors terrorism, I mean, come on, the hypocrisy is staggering. Doesn't it make you sick? It must. It should. So anyway, now Syria, is getting bombed by us. Okay? Saudi Arabia has decided they want to go after Qatar now. Apparently that's where Al Jazeera is located. They want to shut that down. What next? Okay, this is the way world wars begin, is little skirmishes here and there, little mini wars, little situations, and then it starts to escalate, and it starts to escalate, and before you know it, you got a full-blown war on your hands. We should be working with the Russians and China. There's no reason why we can't do that on an economic basis. And in this nightmare in the Middle East, we're spending trillions and trillions of dollars killing people and destroying everything, except the oil fields and the poppy fields, of course. We're not going to touch those. When you think about it, it's mind-boggling what has happened to this country. What has happened? Oh my God. Anyway, I just need to blow off a little steam. Contact your congressmen and senators. Go to town hall meetings. Raise hell. Let your voice be known, be heard. Let's do something about this nightmare situation that's going on, okay? I don't know what to say. All right. Have a good afternoon. Thank you.